Right, thank you. Well, good morning and welcome to the Thames Path. Well, hello and welcome, and good morning to you. This is a section hike that I'm doing with my son-in-law Pete and my grandson Ethan. We're doing a section hike of the Thames Path. This is the actual source of the Thames here at Kemble. This is a walk I've done. This is my 4th year of doing the walk. Last year I did it with my neighbour Mark. The year before was with Sandy Wiltshiremen. That video is actually on my photography channel, Wessex Photography. Then we missed 2 years because of the COVID, and 2018 was the last time I did this with my neighbour Mark again. So we got a bit of a wet start. You're going to see rain on the lens, can't do nothing about that, I'm afraid. So from the train station we have to walk around about a mile, just over a mile, to the source of the Thames, which is actually, you can see the signpost behind me, and if I just swing round you'll see a stone plaque there that commemorates the source. So we've got a walk back on ourselves, and our first stop is a little town called Ewan, and then it's Ashton Keynes, Cotswold Water Park, Quicklade for a beer, then off to camp, and then in the morning it will be Castle Eaton and a few other places before we get to Lechlade. So we get to Lechlade tomorrow around about 2-3 o'clock time, hopefully before the rain starts. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'll catch you on the route. It's raining, everything's wet, but it's planning on drying up later. So I'll see you later, guys. Cheers. So when you come to do the Thames Path at this time of year, especially when we've had incessant rain like we've had in the UK, you're going to get flooded bits, and the bit we walk through is knee deep. No need to say I'm actually soaked from the knees down, but here's the next bit, and there's no other way around. Barbed wire fence, it's boggy over there. What you got to do, walk through it, get wet feet. So we just come into Ashton Keynes now. We've got a little bit of a break in the weather, thank God. Not that we're wet, I'm wet from the ankles down, which is a good thing. I'm going to stop at the Cricket Pavilion in a minute to have a bit of a rest and a brew. And that's just over halfway for this for today's walk. We'll see you there. So this is where we stop for our brew. Cricket Pavilion, just there. Cricket pitch, just behind me. It's just over halfway. We've got about 4.5 kilometres to go to Quicklade. The worst is yet to come as far as flooding is concerned. I was brought up in Quicklade. I'm expecting North Meadow to be flooded, so that's might be another knee-deep scenario. So we've had a brew here. We've had a stop for about half an hour or so. We're going to make our way, start making our way pretty soon, and get warmed up again. I've wrung my socks out, and there was a ton of water in them, enough to make a brew actually. And I've just had to put them back on. It wasn't a very nice experience, but anyway, enough moaning. We're going to get on and carry on our route, which is just behind me, that way. Right, so just behind me is the entrance to North Meadow in Quicklade. We have actually walked down here. We got less than a quarter of a mile and we had to turn back. It was just too deep. It was well, Ethan's 6 foot and it would have been up to his waist, so me and Pete would have needed breathing straws. So we've turned back, but all is not lost, because this track here is the old railway track. and that way is Quicklade. So we're going to continue walking down this railway track until we hit Quicklade. We have to go through sort of like a bit of a housing estate, and then down into the high street, hopefully to the pub. But as you can hear, the wind has got up somewhat, but we're doing okay. I'm still dry. It's only from the ankles down that I'm wet, everything else is dry. But anyway, we've got a bench there we're going to utilise, and just have a sit down for 5 minutes, and then we'll get on our way. Right, so we're at the end of the railway line now, just coming into Quicklade. That's the leisure centre just here. Looking a bit dilapidated. I remember when that was being built, so obviously I was brought up in Quicklade. So this is Stones Lane we're in at the moment. Then we just got to do a bit of tarmac route up to the high street, which won't take us long. In actual fact, I've got a feeling that coming this way is probably a little bit quicker than going around the North Meadow by far. So, I mean, it's only taken us 20 minutes to get to this point from where we was back there. So we've left the confines of the Red Line Inn in Quicklade. We are continuing on our walk of the Thames Path. Already we've gone through some flooded fields. Just about to cross a bridge here over the Thames, and then we cross it further on up, and then it's to camp. We're only about 2 miles from camp at this point, and when we get there we can set our shelters up, take our wet socks off, and settle in for the evening. Right, so this is a part of the Thames Path, believe it or not. As you can see, there's the Thames, there's the Thames, there's the Thames, because it's just everywhere. This is what we've got to walk through, but the path is actually on the higher ground here. This is we've only got to get through that gate, and our copse is literally half a mile in that direction. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going one person in front, as long as they can see the bottom, and we're all going to be standing at the side of him, behind him, because this might be really, really deep.
No, lad. No. This might be it, you know, because I'm already 5 deep. Oh, bollocks!
Pete is already thigh deep.
Yeah, Dad, don't go any further.
You can see Pete in front of me.
Holy shit! Right, phone's got to move. You can't just take the back off that.
I'm already up to my knees.
I'm up to my fucking thighs. My phone is there. My phone's got to go.
If I take you down the bottom here, there it is.
Oh my
What was that to my thighs?
Territory. Oh my god, that's up to my nuts.
Pete's getting soggy sacks.
Man, I'm above the knees already.
Don't stand so close behind people, because if you fall you'll grab the person in front.
Right, you got a high pocket, Joe. You can put my phone in without dropping it. Mine's up here. Don't drop it. But I don't know if that's high enough. Don't drop it. Just keep it high. I'm going for it. Fuck it. Surely I'm going to get wet now. I'm going to get wet now. Oh, hang on, it gets shallower. Yeah, come on, boy. It's rising.
Sorry about the language, that was my grandson. So there you go. We've just managed to traverse from the bridge all the way here through this floodwater.
Yeah, I'll grab that now. I didn't realise it got shallower after that point. I thought it was only going to get deeper, because I just kept getting deeper, didn't I? Oh, Jesus. Wet. That is insane. Get wet. It didn't even go to my bollocks. It went to my bollocks. My bollocks hang a lot lower than yours. No, only the hang lower, mate. They're attached to a shorter body. That is ridiculous. My fucking nuts are wet.
So we have actually made camp now. We're in a nice little copse just off the path, and I'll swing you around, see who's who. So let me wipe this screen. So that's me there in the Lanshan 1. Pete there has got the Terra Nova Laser Compact, and that's the that's Ethan's Wild Country Zephyros 1. And this is where we are. The rain's just come in again. Got a little bank of rain just moving towards us. So just in time, so we're gonna get in, take the feet off, take the boots off, take the socks off, dry the feet, put warm socks on, put warm clothing on, and get settled in for the night. And I'll run through you what I've got inside my tent a little later on. Just let me get myself sorted out first, okay guys? Cheers. So I'll just give you a little tour of the tent. So the rucksack I use is the Osprey Exos 48, and in that I've got a big bucket liner that I shove everything in. Water bladder I take is the Osprey 2 litre water bladder, and for my sleep kit down here I've got the German Army folding mat, and above that I've got the Berghaus Trek Pro 3.1 mat there. That's my down bag. It's good down to about 5 degrees, and this is the Cost Curve quilt that I have over the top. Keeps me quite warm. This is the pillow I use. It's the what is this? It's just the it's just called a camp pillow. That's all it's called. It's called a camp pillow, and it's memory foam. It's nice and big, so I get a good night's kip. Little sit pad for me to sit, Cascade Wild table there, and my cook system is very simple. It's mess burner. So I've got a 750ml pot, ending it in there I've got a titanium, the Lixada titanium methylated spirit stove, and then this windshield, and it all just folds in together to make a nice little system. What else I have here is, if I can find it, so this is what I was trying to find. This is my AeroPress, so I can make my brew, my fresh brew with the AeroPress, and that's rather nice. This is the Trangia bottle that I use with messing, and that's about it really. That's all I take. My dinner tonight is the Adventure Foods pasta al funghi, because I like that. And the sun's now come out, as you can see up there. That short rain burst we had has passed very quick. So as I said before, Pete's in a Terra Nova Laser Compact. Ethan here is in the Wild Country Zephyros 1, just there, and I'm in the Lanshan 1. Right, so that's all packed up and ready to go. Just down here is where I was. It's all cleared away, left no trace apart from very flat ground, and because of the incessant rain we've had recently, it is slightly boggy, but we can't do nothing about that. So our route lies just out on the edge of this woodland here, so walking through the wood. There's the edge of the woodland just here. We just got to walk down the end of the wood and then across the path, and Castle Eaton is just over there. So I'm going to get going, warm my feet up, and I'll see you later. So we're about halfway through the route back to the back to Quicklade. Just stopping here for a quick brew and something to eat while the weather is with us. It do rain this afternoon, but we're hoping to be home by then anyway, by the time the rain comes. This morning at a camp, didn't get sort of like 100 yards and then it was knee deep in water again. It was like that all the way through to Castle Eaton. Then we had quite a bit of road section to do through Castle Eaton, and to be honest, it's been all right after that. There's been road sections, a little bit of fields, but we're back in the fields now, and so far it's been okay. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and enjoy my brew and have a protein bar, and I'll see you later. Right, so we're coming to the end of our walk, not long to go now, about another 1 to 1.5 miles across the fields. We're in a little village called Inglesham. We're just going to stop off at the chapel here just for a bit of a rest, see if they've got a water tap, and then we should continue on our way. So far the only botheration we had as far as water was concerned was the first bit out of camp, and it's been alright actually since then. Been nice and solid pathway. So we're going to have a bit of rest here, and we'll catch you later. Right, so we are just approaching Quicklade now. You can see all the boats along the river that are moored up, and you can see the church tower as well of Quicklade Church, and to the right of that you will see the Riverside Inn. That's where we're going to stop to have a celebratory pint, just to congratulate ourselves for not drowning. We can drown our sorrows in a pint instead, which is even better. So anyway, I'm going to call this video a day and knock it on the head. I'll say thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.